The topic for our group discussion today is our greatest enemy is our mind. So let us discuss on this topic.
So it is a quite appropriate proverb that our greatest enemy is within ourselves, that is our mind. Because if you are a person and you don't know how to control your mind, then your mind will be the enemy of yours. But if you are a person and you know how to control your mind, you will be successful. Because from our mind we all get various kinds of thoughts, like negative thoughts, and many kinds of negative things we do due to that, and that causes harm to us. So the mind leads us to uncontrolled mind leads us to nothing but failures.
So it is true. Most of the problems arise due to an uncontrolled mind, and our Bhagavad Gita tells that mind becomes the best friend for a person who is successful to controlling his mind. But this mind becomes the greatest enemy if he has failed to control it. So at first we should learn how to control our mind, because if we know that how to control our mind, then the life become easier for us, and we don't get any depression or anxiety from anyone. If we know that we are right in that situation. So what's your opinion?
Actually, this statement is very true, that our mind is our greatest enemy. But in the behind of this statement, there are many different thoughts and many different reasons. At first, we can understand this, that our mind is our greatest enemy and it is also our best friend. If we can control our mind and if we can use our mind properly. And actually, when our mind don't get all the things which he want in his own way, on that time our mind reacts very poorly, and on that time we are becoming aggressive and we are not behaving properly. So on that time our mind is our enemy, because on that time our mind is not be able to take any kind of decision. And if we can cool down our mind and we can control our thoughts, then it's our best friend.
Yeah. If we, it is all about the power of control. We have to know how to control our mind. If I tell that I will do this work right now, then I have to do this work right now, and I should not let my mind to control me and to avoid that work, because that will not help me anymore, and that will cause me nothing but some bad habits I will learn from that. So our mind can be the greatest friend of us if we know to control it, and if we don't let it to give us negative thoughts or depression or anxiety and anything like that. So our mind also can be the greatest friend of us if we let it.
So we can say a person totally matured on the basis of his controlling in his mind, because suppose a person is continuously bullying or criticizing a person. So the third person's intention is that the front person is will show his anger and his intention will be fulfilled. But in this situation, if the person can handle it, so he can easily exit from this situation.
Our mind is the greatest part of our body. We can do anything with the help of our mind because it's too much powerful, and our mind's speed is more than anything. By the help of our mind, we can roam in any place, and by the help of our mind, we can defeat anyone. And by the help of our mind, in some cases, we defeat ourselves. So we have to control our mind to take proper decisions.
Very good. You have discussed on this topic very nicely. Yes, Ankit told very nice that mind is our sometimes great friend and sometimes it is the greatest enemy. Why? Because we are becoming emotional in each and every basis. At the time of our joy, we are becoming too much emotional. At the time of our sorrow, we are becoming too much sad. At the time of our anger, we are becoming too much angry. And at this stage, being emotional, no man can take good decision. And the decision he or she is taking at these circumstances is totally against his favor actually. Actually, such decision can never be good. The monks are not emotional. The saint people are not emotional. So, no trouble can attack them. They are not too much sad in case of any sorrowful incident. They are not too much glad in case of any such joyful thing. And they also, you know it very well, they are not angry. As a common human being, it is not possible for us. But if we are able to control to some extent, then definitely we will get good result. What Raj told, that somebody may insult me, and if I take the revenge then and then, it will be wrong. That will be emotional action. So, we have to take it in the power of our intelligence, how to take the revenge. The action we should not take promptly. So, our reaction at such emotional stages should be taken in cool mind. Only then we will be able to control our mind. We are unable to control our mind, so we are not getting good result. Suppose you are thinking every day, today I will go for morning walk. It is, you know it very well. Morning walk is very good for it. At least 10 minutes or 15 minutes I will spare. And also it will help me to rise early, and it is a good habit. Knowing everything, whenever there is an alarm in the mobile phone or what, we are becoming irritated. And stopping the alarm, our mind is saying, no, today we will not go. Next day. That next day probably not coming in our life. So it is our harm. If we, at the time of examination, we think that we are prepared, we need not revise the lesson, so we are wasting time. It is our mind. So we are definitely going to be in trouble at the time of examination hall. Another case, always we are thinking anything a negative way. If we think negative way, then our mind is being disturbed. All the day we are forgetting about everything. We are forgetting about our present work. Our mind is occupied by such thought. If someone tells something, we are taking the thing in our mind. So if we are taking that thing in our mind, it will work. The person's intention is totally correct. Actually, the person wanted to irritate me, and he is the winner. And I am suffering, I am not able to do my work properly. So always try to control your mind. If you drive a car, if you keep the car under your control, then there will be very little chance for accident, road accident. There will be very little chance. But if the car is if you are going under your car, under the control of your car, definitely there will be accident. So always don't do whatever your mind is telling. You think twice, thrice, whether it is good for depending upon the total circumstances, whether it is good or bad, then you take the decision in cool mind. Don't let your mind dominate over you. Suppose you know it very well that fast food is very harmful for you, but your mind is not obeying that. Your mind is telling you, oh no, nothing will happen if I take it at least twice or thrice in a week. No. Then first time there will be no disease, but it is being stored in your stomach or in your body, and later you will be bedridden for that, and doctor will tell you total bed rest and total medicine. You are going to lose your so many urgent work, so many urgent things which was to be done. It will not be done. So at last but not the least, I will tell, always think positively and always try to control your mind. You are educated, you know what is wrong, what is right, but always keep your mind under your control. Don't let it go beyond your control. Thank you very much.